Hey everybody, and welcome to Angel B Designs. I'm Angel B. Thank you so much for watching. If you are new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. All right, so we got not a lot to do today, but it might be one of my longer ones just because I know that this file takes like an hour to stitch out, and the only thing I've stitched is the tack down stitch because I wanted to cut the fabric with you guys on the WeCreat. So yeah, my phone is always behind. Okay, there we go. So I do know it's going to take at least an hour to stitch out. So the first thing I want to do is get that going. If we have, well, I think we should have time as long as my machine isn't doing anything crazy. I do want to bling as well. So I have, look, you guys, look at this. This is so crazy. This is a bruise on my arm. I don't even know how I got it. Does this not look like the perfect heart? This is a bruise. Like I hit my arm. I think I might have hit it at the gym. I'm not for sure. But doesn't this bruise look like a heart? That is so crazy to me. That's so crazy. But that's a bruise. I know somebody's gonna ask. It's a bruise and it looks like a heart it's like in the shape of a perfect heart. Anyways, so yeah, I'm gonna say hello to, well, first of all, okay, I'm gonna say hello to everybody. But it's something I need to address really quickly. I don't know how, I don't know when, and I don't know where it is, but I apparently at some point in time, or maybe right now, my phone number is on Facebook. I'm not sure how it got there or how it became public, but I have gotten a few phone calls and text messages at crazy times of the night. So 11, 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, inquiring about embroidery designs. I'm just going to go ahead and put it out there that to me, calling somebody at 1 o'clock in the morning about an embroidery design is completely inappropriate. I'm not going to answer your phone call, number one. Number two, I'm probably at that point, I'm not even going to want to work with you, period, just because I feel like that's just not okay. And then number two, I don't conduct any sales or anything through phone calls anyway. If you are looking to inquire about any type of work from me, it needs to be in writing. You need to either go on my website and submit a quote request, or you need to send me an email. That's it. You can send me a DM, but if you send me a DM, I'm still going to send you my email address, and I'm going to tell you that you need to email me. I'm a professional business, and everything needs to be in writing. Everything needs to be done via my secure email as well, because again, I'm a business and I run my business as a business. Okay. I don't like, can you call Target at 2 o'clock in the morning and ask them about anything that they carry? You can't. So you can't do that with me either. So just moving forward, if you have any questions about an embroidery design, it needs to be put in writing. If you found my phone number, I'm positive you could have also found my email address. So, and it wasn't just one person, there was multiple people. So I'm hoping that this message stops those calls. Otherwise, I'm going to have to change my phone number. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure that that was out there and that I said it and that I addressed it, because if I do have to change my phone number, I mean, I'm going to be really irritated with that if I have to change my phone number. I've had this same number for over 10 years now. So if I have to change my number, I'm going to be really irritated. Also, nobody's telling me where they got my phone number from. They just said Facebook, and I can't figure out how. I can't seem to figure out how my phone number became public. So if anybody does see it on my profile or anything like that, can you screenshot it and send it to me so that I can maybe try to figure out how to remove it because I don't even know how it became public at all. But yeah. Okay, so I am scrolling up and then I'm gonna say hello to everybody. And then we're gonna get started. I'm gonna cut some fabric. So I already have my fabric in my WeCreat ready to go. I've already done my placement stitch for the fabric. So all we gotta do is cut the fabric, get it onto the hoodie. I'm doing a hoodie as an order for somebody. It's this design here on a black hoodie. And then we can get that going. And then we can hopefully do some bling. Levi is here. If y'all hear hooting and hollering in the back, it's Levi. They have practice today. He had a basketball game and then he had practice immediately after for baseball. So Levi is with me until about 8:30. All right, let me scroll up. I don't have my bell in here. My bell is in the other room, but thank you, Kathy, for joining the channel. I truly, truly appreciate it. Hey, Rosetta. Hey, C. McFall. Marta, hello. Hey, Dee Dee. EE Handmade with Love. Hello. Hey, Sharon. What is everybody working on tonight? Hey, Sylvia. Hey, Daisy. Hey, Martha. Hey, Faith. Hey, Meredith. Hey, Stitch and Shine Design. Cruising Forever. Hello. Hey, Marlene. Hey, Addie and Porgy Town and Josette and Mylene. Hey, Joyce. Hey, Eve. Hey, Nicole. Hey, LaShonda. Hey, Stephanie. Miss P. Lee. Hello. I saw your message, or I saw your post in the in my Facebook group. I just haven't had a chance to respond yet, but I'm glad you love it. Hey, Tisha. Hey, Claudette. Hey, Fern. It's a love lick. It does look like a heart. Clarence was like earlier, he was like, what happened to your arm? I'm like, I don't know. I must have hit it at the gym or something. He was like, it looks like a heart. And I'm like, oh, I guess it does. That's weird. You thought it was a tattoo? Hey, Tanya. Hey, Miss Picture Me Crafting. How are you? Hey, Precious. Did you give them your time zone? I'm not sure, honestly. I don't even know. I'm never I guess outside of YouTube, I've never publicly stated my time zone because if you sent me an email, it really doesn't matter what time zone you are. I'm not going to read it until I wake up anyway. And I don't care if you email me at 2:00 in the morning because that's something that I'm just not going to check until I wake up anyway. That's something I have to go in and, check. It's different from a phone call. So you can email me whenever you feel like it. That's fine. Just know it's not going to be checked until I wake up at 8, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'm not sure if they knew my time zone. Hey, Levi. Folks be asking for calls all the time. Yeah, everything has to be in writing for me. I don't want there to be any type of discretion on what you wanted versus what I heard versus what I thought you said, or you misspoke, or I misheard, or I didn't understand. I don't want any of that. If it's in writing, it's plain, it's clear as day, it's plain, it's right there. I want a black hoodie with pink letters. That's in writing. I can read it, I can see it, I can reference it over and over and over if I need to. And it's not even just for my protection, but for you as a consumer. If you ordered a black hoodie with pink letters and I send you a purple shirt with blue letters, you can pull up your email and say, hey, that's not what I ordered. Screenshot it, sent it to me. We're all protected. So everything being in writing is for everybody's protection. Levi, what are you doing? I need that by the embroidery machine. Thank you so much. Can you go put it back? Thank you. So yeah, I just need everything in writing. Why is your business number your phone number? I don't have a separate business number because I don't take calls. Yeah, teacher, I don't have a business line because I don't take phone calls, period. Everything is via email. So I have a secure email and everything is email. Hey, Nicole, welcome, welcome. Levi, what are you doing? Do you want to say hi?
Hi. Hi.
Hey, Demps. Hey, Monique. Hey, Donzel. I'm just scrolling. Sorry. I'm probably looking goofy in the camera. Hey, Mary. Okay, I am scrolling down. Hey, everybody popping in. Oh, there it is. I wouldn't have even thought to look on that page because I don't even be on that page. Okay. Thank you, Eve. I'm going to go and delete that today. So, okay, EE Handmade, you said you went through everything and you haven't found it. So Eve found where it was for me, and where she found it at, I didn't even think to look there either. So, yeah, it's hidden. It's hidden. I don't know how these people are finding it, but I don't know. They must have been determined. But thank you, Eve. I appreciate that. I'm gonna go and take that off of there today. All right, let's pull up the WeCreat. What you need, baby? You can have it. Go ahead. Close the door.
Okay.
Thank you. Just getting into stuff. Okay, let me make sure my WeCreat software is up. And then I gotta share my screen. All right, let me go ahead and share my screen. Oh, Bobby, I didn't know that was you. I think YouTube is going to stay with the @ names. So I have to try to remember everybody's channel names and then the real names. Okay, let me go ahead and share my screen so we can get this fabric cut out. Share. No, that's not how you share a screen. Hold on. All right, I am going to, so this is the WeCreat software. This is the cut file for the embroidery file that I'm doing. And then this is the fabric that's already in the machine. So if you have purchased this file from me, you got it's a PDF. This is what the PDF looks like, actually. You got a PDF in there that lets you know if you're using the 11-inch design, these are the suggested cut file size. So here, so if you're using a laser machine, if you're using some type of vinyl cutter like a Romeo, a Cricut, any of those things, any of those will cut this file, will cut this outline. So this is my suggested cut the cut file. So when I say cut file, this is the cut file I'm talking about. You have to cut these out the right size in order to get these letters to fit inside of your embroidery design on your actual hoodie. And so if you're using the 11-inch design, these are my suggested cut files. Now, again, every machine is different. So it is a suggested cut file size. It may be a hair off here or there, depending on which machine you're using. So just make sure that you're testing it yourself before you actually adhere it to, maybe just cut out one letter, right? Maybe just cut out one letter and make sure it's the correct size before you cut out the rest of the letters, so that you're not wasting, or maybe cut out a piece of cardstock. That's how you can kind of test cut. When you're first going to go do your cut file, you can cut out some cardstock or just some copy paper just to make sure that the letters are the correct size that you need. And then I have it for all the sizes. So if your embroidery file size is 11 inches, this is the suggested cut size. And then for 10 and so on and so forth. Okay. So I am using the 11-inch embroidery file. So this is 7.8 by 7.1, and I'm using my WeCreat. So I'm going to go ahead and line it up on the fabric, which it is now, and then I'm going to go over to cut. Now, I did already put this material in my customizations, which you can do. So if you go to select material, you have all of these options that WeCreat has already uploaded for you. But under customization, I added my own, which is cotton fabric. And I put the cotton fabric on 1 millimeter. So it's super, 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 super thin. And then I'm going to click autofocus. And I do have my WeCreat attached to an air filter as well. Clarence, Levi, you gotta turn that down out here, baby. You're gonna get me a copyright strike. Lord, Levi gonna get me a copyright strike. Levi, close your door, babe. Here, you want to take the bag with you? Give me 1 second, Charlie. Let me give Levi this. Here you go. All right. All right, so everything looks to be good. It is lined up. You can zoom in and make sure you check your edges. Make sure that they are on the piece of fabric. So let me turn on my air filter. It might get a little loud. Hold on. This says 8 minutes. I am not cutting this on 8 minutes. Hold on. Why is it not letting me? Hold on. Oh, I know what it was. I didn't have the thing selected. Duh. Let me up this. So the last time I tried it, I did it on 80. So 100% power, 80 speed with 1 pass. Now let's go to start. It should be lower. Okay, 2 minutes and 22 seconds. That's about right. When I go up higher than 80, I'm going to go ahead and press start. When I go up higher than 80, sometimes what ends up happening is the fan inside of there starts blowing my fabric around. That looks good. So, one thing I haven't been able to figure out, and I wanted to know if anybody else um knows this piece of information, but the racks that are inside of the WeCreate, can I put the fabric like flat just on the bottom tray, like the catcher tray, or does it have to be on those racks? That's what I want to know, because I really just want to put it like flat on the catcher tray, but I'm not sure if I can. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my other thing so I can show you. We added my other. Okay, can you guys still hear me? Okay, can you see how it cut out the letters and then it fell in between these little racks? So it fell in between here. Does anybody know if I can just lay it flat? Are you saying yes, you guys can hear me, or yes, you can lay it flat? Y'all, I stopped and got, okay, you hear me? Okay. So does anybody know if you can, let me ask ChatGPT. Y'all, some of my letters got messed up. And y'all don't have questions. Okay. Let me ask ChatGPT. So ChatGPT says yes. You just have to secure the fabric. No tips for embroidery, okay, puttering, bond fabric, flip fabric, peel paper, apple. Hey, everybody popping in. It says that you can. ChatGPT says that you can. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to recut this piece of fabric. Some of my letters look like they got chopped up because they moved. And of course, you know what's crazy? They haven't done that. I've cut this fabric at least 5 to 7 times now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can. The removable metal tray. Yeah, it says you can. Okay, that's what I'm about to do. Because I think I just cut up some of my letters. Hey, Miss Joyce. Hey, everybody popping in. But let me add in my other camera. Okay. So it cut pretty good, but some of the letters kind of, when the air assist is on, they start to blow around. So I have a few of them, like this Y. This Y got chopped off a little bit. So what I'm gonna do, actually, I'm gonna recut this, but I'm gonna lay it flat. Because there's a couple letters that got chopped up, like my S. See, look at my S. My S got chopped off. So let's try this again. I'm just gonna clean this tray off and get me a new piece of fabric. All right, I just cleaned it off. I'm gonna slide it back up under here. Okay, my fabric is in the other room. Sorry, I gotta move y'all around. One of these days, I'm gonna have me a full-on setup with 13 cameras everywhere. Okay, and I already have some pieces pre-cut. Let me turn on my easy press real quick. So this is the fabric I'm using. I got it from Hobby Lobby. Super pretty. And I'm using the Ultra No, not the Ultra. The light, the heat and bond lights. Let me measure, make sure. I know I need 7.8 by 7.1. Yeah, that's big enough. I'm not even sure if I don't think I have magnets up here, so I'm just gonna put like a piece of I think I have some either painter's tape or masking tape. I'm gonna use that to just kind of secure it down. I'm just pressing this with my my easy press real quick. Hey Marilyn. Hey everybody popping in. Rose, I have not. So can you put a weight to hold the fabric down? Yep. I'm gonna put a piece of tape just on the top and bottom. No, I haven't tried cutting with my Romeo yet. My Romeo, I don't know. I've been so busy with embroidery that I just haven't even really pulled it out like that. And really, to me, it's kind of, I want a Juliet. I want something a little bit smaller. All right, let's try this again. I got some heat resistant tape. I'm just gonna use like 2 pieces because we don't want this to move anywhere. And I don't have any magnets up here. I got magnets at home, but not up here. Okay. I need a stool. It's so high. Okay. It's doing an auto refocus, so I can go ahead and cut it again. right, y'all, it's making me do like 13 autofocuses. Hey everyone popping in. Same here. I wish I would have bought the Juliet. Yeah, yeah. I do want a Juliet. For me, the only reason I want the Juliet over, and that it's not that I don't want the Romeo. The Romeo serves its purpose. I just think that the Juliet, the size of it, you know, it's just a little bit better. Let me add in my other camera because this is. The Romeo is still a good machine, but if you don't cut 24-inch projects often, then it's just unnecessary. Okay, I'm not sure why it keeps making me do autofocus over and over. And it's saying you haven't initiated autofocus. Yes, I have. All right, I'm going to have to close out WeCreate and try it again. Because what in the world is going on all of a sudden? I've been using my WeCreate all last week, and now that I'm on live, it want to act crazy. Hey, got my machine. Because of you, I was wondering where do you order fabric for application? Which machine did you get? The embroidery machine or the WeCreate? But for fabric for applique, I get it from either Amazon or Hobby Lobby. All right, I got my WeCreate back up. Let's try it again. All right. Hey, everybody popping in. I am taking longer than I should have. We're almost an hour in, and I haven't even gotten this dang on material on the machine. Okay, now it's saying there's no material detected. I'm not sure. I don't know. Now that I took my little trays out, it's not focusing in on the material. I can't get it to autofocus. I might have to put those things back in. It won't. Okay, it's not doing it. I'm gonna have to put them back in. I don't know why it won't focus on the tray, but it's not. Whew. All right, y'all. We're gonna be here for a minute, but that's okay. Okay, there we go. And it autofocused just fine. So I don't know why mine didn't. ChatGPT said we could do it, but WeCreat said use the fat phase on lighter. No, you cannot. So I'm just gonna take my speed down. It was on 80, so now I'm gonna put it on 60. It's gonna take a little bit longer, but it's not gonna blow. It shouldn't blow my fabric around like my letters once they cut. Hey, pretty cool. Oh, they said check your phone. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, Dimps and Eve found my phone number, so now I know where it's at, and I can take it off. I was looking up and through my page for a good solid hour, and I could not find it, and I was getting so mad. Okay, that's cutting better. It's not blowing everywhere, but I don't know. It wouldn't focus without the little honeycomb curves in there. I don't even know if that's what it's called, but it wouldn't focus on it without it. I don't know. I did see on not Facebook. I saw on YouTube that a man he said that you had to put something underneath it, so maybe that's what it is. Like I think he had a piece of acrylic or something underneath. Like he was cutting out some cotton and he had something, a piece of metal or something underneath it. Maybe that's what I have to do. All right, yeah, that's looking a lot better. A lot. Hey everybody, popping in. Yeah, I think my stomach is gonna hurt tomorrow. And it wasn't the hot fries. Y'all know normally I'll eat me a little piece of hot fries and then be regretting it the next day. But we were at Zay's game and I had stopped to get Levi some chicken nuggets. And he doesn't really eat fries. So I ate his fries from McDonald's and I shouldn't have did that. Should not have done that. Fried food makes my stomach hurt so bad. But it's so crazy because I love fried chicken. I love fried catfish. I love fried shrimp. I even love fried lobster. I don't eat it that often because some people will absolutely obliterate the lobster. But I will get it sometimes. Here I am talking about food again. I'm just moving on, moving on. Anytime we got a little bit of downtime, I'm gonna mention a piece of food. Every single time. Hey Coretta. Hey Jesse. Are y'all saying, hold on, so did you guys say you would take a Cricut machine? If you can only take one running out of your house, what would it be? Ew. I said Cricut. I have a Cricut maker 3 at my house, just literally sitting in the basement collecting dust. Adding me to. I'm so glad it wasn't food. I did feel really, really terrible when I was like when I got home. Like I literally just I ate like 3 Slim Jims because Slim Jims are like a straight source of protein, and I have to get my protein in. So I had like 3 Slim Jims, some water, and I just literally went to sleep. Okay, I think we're done cutting. Okay, yeah, that looks a lot better. Let me cut all of this off. None of my letters blew around that time. So here's how it looks. Everything cut pretty well. Now we just gotta get them on the hoodie. And this part, like somebody I think commented or something in one of my reels asking, doesn't this take time as well? And it does, but it doesn't take as much time. Placing all of these letters by hand, number one, doesn't take as much time it doesn't take as much time if I were to cut it by hand. Like imagine cutting this by hand. You would have to cut around it and cut the middle piece out. Who finna do that? Not me. Not me. I'm not about to do that. But imagine cutting this whole file by hand. That's a lot. I'm not doing that. And I'm gonna show you how quick it will be to put the letters on. Sorry, y'all. Gotta carry you to the other room. Okay. I'm gonna go take, let me see, can I take it off from here from my iPad? Yes, I can. There we go. Okay. Here's the hoodie. You see, we've already done the placement, so we just have to place our letters in the placement part, so where each letter goes. Now, what I do is I have like a little box. This is what I found to be the easiest. I have a little cardboard box, and I put the letters on the box with the back side, so the part that has the heat and bond on it, facing up, because I'm going to spray this with some basting spray as well, and I'm not going to press it. And I do kind of put them in order just because it helps me to go quicker. Uh-oh, I'm missing an L. Also, if you're missing a letter, if you do it like this, you will know right away. So I'm missing an L. Let me go see if I dropped it somewhere. All right, it was still stuck to my fabric. And then I just take my basting spray and I kind of move it away from my table just because if you miss, it does get sticky. And I just spray a nice amount. You don't want to blow your letters away because you will do that too. But this, because I'm spraying the back of the letters that aren't getting stitches, it doesn't necessarily gum up my needle. I don't have an issue with that because it's not particularly touching my needle. Hopefully that makes sense. Where are my tweezers? And then we're just gonna, I use my little tweezers and they fit right in there. And then once you put it back on the machine, you can just let it go. Now I did put on this file the placement stitch and a tack down stitch, just in case you wanted to do something else like glitter or something that was like more terrible. But if you're doing a fabric like this, I would highly suggest. Has anybody cut this with fabric and then cut it by hand? I'm just curious. I couldn't imagine cutting out all these letters by hand, but I really wanted to use this fabric. Have a good night, Jesse. Levi must be in there. So he came out. I had some Mambas, the candy, sitting on my table. He must be in there tearing them up because he ain't came back out since I gave them to him. Clarence is gonna come get him at 8:30, so that is going to be Clarence's problem to deal with, not mine. I do want to do this file with some glitter too. Who's calling me? CJ calling me. Hello? Hey.
Where's Dirty and Levi?
At Zay's practice?
Dirty and a practice?
Yep.
Calling forever.
Why don't you call Daddy and see where he's at?
I can't call him every time I try to call him, it can't work.
What do you mean it can't work?
Like, it says call back guy, and then call back in, and it keeps saying call back.
Okay. His practice is over at 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. She's just so crazy. He stay calling, asking where everybody is. Okay. You see how quick that took? I mean, what? It's been like 5, 6 minutes, something like that. Even if it's the same amount of time, I feel like it's not the same amount of work. Like my fingers being in the little scissor holes. See, now I'm done. And now they're all stuck down. It may, I don't know. It may or may not be the same amount of time as cutting it by hand, but it's not the same amount of work. Like my finger being in those little scissor holes is like a horrible experience for me. Okay, so I'm gonna put this back on the machine. And my this is a hoodie. I have to hoop my hoodies upside down because of the hoods. So it does have to be hooped upside down. Make sure everything is out of the way. And then I'll let it do its thing. All right. So that has roughly about a full hour. So that should give us plenty enough time to do some bling. As long as we don't have any issues. Yep, I agree. So if you have multiple different fabrics that you're using, or you have 15 shirts you have to do, you can cut a whole bunch of fabric at one time. So you have one thing on the embroidery machine, but you can have your laser cutting out all of your files. So, all right, I am going to be doing this Black History design that I did. As soon as I sit down, I need a charger. I'll be right back. All right. Okay. So Black History design that I did last year. Y'all, I tried to do some new rhinestone designs. I'm gonna have to take Patrice's class because they was looking like some files that Levi did. Okay, Levi could have did a better job than me. So I'm gonna use the one that I have from last year. I did put it on my website. It is linked down in the description box. I want to say I did put this in the community tab last year as well. I haven't removed anything from the community tab, even though I said I was going to. I never did. So it still should be there. But I'm using a different color pretty much for every layer because I guess we have time, so might as well. So I'm gonna start with the outline. I'm gonna do the outline in got a bunch of colors over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7 colors that I'm using. So I'm going to do the outline in Crystal AB. This is going on a black shirt, and I am going to give this away at the end of the live. But I'm doing Crystal AB on the outline. Let me dump some out so y'all can see it. Here's Crystal AB. Y'all, I got to place my order. When is the buy-in? Here's the Crystal AB. This outline is pretty big too. Oh, runaway stone. And this is going on a black Gildan shirt for anybody who might be interested in the giveaway. So I was thinking about something. So last month, Patrice had done a social media challenge, and a lot of people took her up on the challenge, and things like that. And I saw so many people here on YouTube. I saw so much content. Now, y'all know I don't always get to pop into everybody's lives, or I'm always in the bushes. So I may pop in and say hey to everybody, and then I may not comment again, but I'll have in like my AirPods and I'll be listening, or I catch the replays a lot. So when I come up here and I'm working at like 8, 9, 10 a.m., I'm watching everybody's replays. Most people don't go live at that time during the day, but that's when I'm catching up on everybody's replays and stuff like that. So I'm not always able to hop in the lives when you guys are live, but I do watch everybody's stuff, or I try to. And I was talking to Chat GPT. Clarence be making fun of me because me and Chat GPT, we've gotten to be like this. Okay. We've gotten to be pretty cool. Now I don't use Chat GPT. I was using it to like make images and stuff like that, but I started seeing these posts on Facebook where people were like using ChatGPT to come up with like strategy plans or content plans, things like that. And so I was like, okay, let me try doing that. So I talked to ChatGPT, and I talked to ChatGPT the way I would want to talk in my business, or the way I would want to talk to you guys. So when I asked ChatGPT for like a caption or a description box or a Shopify listing or anything like that, they learn me and they learn my voice and how I talk. And when I ask them to write a caption, they can write the caption in a way that sounds like me versus something that's computer generated or whatever. But in order for ChatGPT to learn that, you have to talk to it. And I don't mean like type. I mean like, unless you're going to type exactly how you talk, what I do is I actually use the speak feature. So I'll hit the microphone and I'll actually talk to ChatGPT. And what I did was, because back in December, my Facebook kind of took off a little bit and got a lot of traction. And I wanted to keep that momentum going, but in a way where I wasn't like burning out or anything like that. I started posting to a lot of groups. Like I'm in the pulling group, I'm in the buy group, and things like that. But I didn't want to just constantly always post in groups and stuff like that. I wanted my page to bring its own traction and be able to grow on its own as well. So I was talking to ChatGPT, and I asked ChatGPT to write me a 30-day content growth plan of just posts. So just posts, not reels, not statuses or anything like that, but like a picture a day or something like that, right? And it didn't even give me a picture a day. It responded by telling me a picture a day would overwhelm your audience. So it said that I should post 5 days. And it was every day except for like Thursday and Saturday. But then it was Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. And it gave me actual like ideas to post. One of them, I don't know if you guys saw, if you follow me on Facebook or Instagram, or even here on YouTube, I did end up posting it in the community tab. It was Maker Monday. So Maker Monday was something that was suggested to me by ChatGPT. Tomorrow is Tip Tuesday. So it did give me like 30 days of things to post to try to help my Facebook grow on just posts. So that, like I said, I don't get too burnt out with trying to pump out so much video content, because you can still grow with pictures too. It doesn't necessarily always have to be a video. You can grow with pictures and captions and things like that as well. And I just wanted to be able to mix that in. So let's say I miss a reel that day, I can go ahead and rely on my picture. But the point of me saying all of this was I think I wanted to kind of piggyback off of what Patrice did and offer that to my members as well. Offer you guys the 30-day content plan that ChatGPT wrote for me. I'll keep it more because like some of it is tailored towards, like I said, my brand. But there was a generic version. So like the way, or I can give you the prompts, give you guys the prompts that I told ChatGPT to write my content plan for me. But the way that they, like, you can get so specific. You just have to say the right things, or maybe I'll just go live and show you guys how to talk to ChatGPT. So you can, if you don't already use it, just get it to learn you and your brand and your voice and how you talk and what you sound like, and things like that. I don't know. What do you guys want? But I was doing it for myself, and I was like, this would be a good way to kind of piggyback off of what Patrice was doing. But I know she was doing like one-on-ones for all of her members. That had to have been exhausting. I don't know if I can do all of that. Y'all know I got a lot of heathenish children. I don't think I had the time to do one-on-ones with everybody. But what if I was able to offer you guys like a written 30-day content plan? You can even get so specific as to have it write the captions for you. But again, in like it offered to write my captions for me because I use it to write my captions now. But if you're not already using ChatGPT, the first time you ask it to write a caption is probably not going to sound anything like you. And you do want to keep your brand voice kind of tailored to you and what you sound like. You don't want to sound like anybody else. So if you don't use ChatGPT, I would suggest talking to it first. I know this sounds crazy because I was telling Clarence about it, and he was like, "What do you mean you talk to ChatGPT?" And I'm like, I just talked to it. I got an extra spot right there. Am I frozen? Hey, Glamorous Crafts. Yes, you can. What's up? All right, that one looks good. I gotta grab some tape. Do the embroidery also make patches? Yep, it does. Which are you talking about, a specific machine? So I've currently only done patches on my single needle, but you can absolutely do it on a multi needle as well. Anything you can do on a single needle, you can absolutely do on a multi needle. I think this piece is too big, but that's okay. It makes sense. I use it to help me write obituaries. Yeah, it's definitely a game changer. Definitely. I'm not that good at writing stuff and making it sound oh, this piece is big. We here now. I'm not that good at writing captions and descriptions that make people want to click, because one thing, you want your captions to appease to any new eyes that may have come across your content. And I'm really good at talking to people who already know me, but I'm really not that good at talking to people who may not have come across me yet or are coming across me for the first time. And I really want my content to make sure it resonates with everybody, new and old, newbies and OGs. And so I use ChatGPT a lot to write, y'all, why would I cut this big old piece of tape? Why would I do this? Why did y'all sit here and let me do this? But yeah, so I think that that's what I use it for specifically, not to like run my business or anything like that, but just to help me with the parts, like the writing parts that I'm not good at. All right, I am going to do, let's see, I think I'm going to do red, green, yellow, orange. I'm going to start at the bottom here. This one is Icy Pumpkin. I'm doing this for the orange. Ooh, this is so pretty. Faith, why are you afraid of ChatGPT? Uh-oh, I think I ran out of bobbin. Let me go change the bobbin real quick. All right, I'm using Icy Pumpkin. Eve, did you say the buy-in starts on the 24th? I think that's what you said. Y'all, for the last couple of days, I have you guys go For the members, let me know if that's something you guys will be interested in. I can print off, or not print off, but I can get the PDF file for the 30-day content plan. And you would just input, what you do. So I did input, or I told ChatGPT that I do embroidery, like everything that I do, or what I wanted it to focus on. So I said that I wanted to focus on embroidery and organic sales. So, I do sell my embroidery designs and some of the finished products as well. And so I wanted some of my content. So like on Fridays, the post that it gave me was to do like Maker Monday is like a supposed to be inspirational, and then Tip Tuesday is supposed to be educational, and then so on and so forth. And then Friday will be like a soft sale post or something like that. So, and they do it that way because I told ChatGPT that I didn't want to just sell to my audience. I still wanted to teach. I still wanted to motivate. Like my slogan is create, inspire, educate. And I still want to make sure I'm always still creating new content, inspiring others, educating, and more recently, soft selling. And ChatGPT just kind of helped me create a content plan around that. And I've been doing a study. I want to do a video on this, seeing how long it would take me to, and I think Patrice mentioned this earlier. Patrice, I swear I don't be copying you, girl. I swear I don't. But I started selling embroidery apparel on September 30th. And I've just kind of been tracking to see how long it would take me to make the money for the cost of my machine. Y'all, this icy pumpkin looks good. I know it's going to look good on this black shirt. I know it is. January 24th. Okay. It sure will, mama girl. So at the end of 2024, I saw some people on TikTok. They were asking ChatGPT, what's the dumbest thing I asked you all year? And I don't know if y'all saw when I posted the answer, because I did ask ChatGPT what was the dumbest thing I asked you all year. And ChatGPT tore me up, okay? ChatGPT did not have to do me like that. I'm gonna cut this piece in half. Now, originally, hold on 1 second, y'all. Hello. All right, you gotta give me like 2 minutes. He got his shoes off and stuff. All right, y'all. Clarence is downstairs to grab Levi, but he can't get in the building. So I'm going to have to run Levi downstairs. Levi. This icy pumpkin. Look at that. Y'all probably can't see it. But originally when I asked it that, they had asked something. The answer was something that I know one of my kids had asked ChatGPT. So I was like, no, that wasn't me. That was the kids. What else? Y'all give me 1 second. Okay. Right here. Right here. And get your shoes. Levi's hands are all sticky because he ate 10,000 mambas. You want to say bye?
Bye.
Say have a good night.
Have a good night.
All right, put your shoes on so I can take you downstairs. Daddy's downstairs waiting for you. Right here, Levi. Right here in front of me. You ready? Do you have your chicken nuggets? You forgot. All right, y'all. I will be right back. I gotta run him downstairs to his dad. Uh-oh. You okay?
You help me.
All right. Thank y'all for y'all patience. But anyways, I don't even remember what I was talking about. I said red, green, yellow. So this one is Icy Daffodil. These are all icy colors except for the red. I'm gonna use Royal Candy Apple. Y'all, I just got a notification. They just pulled up to the house. Like that's how close we live. They're already in the house. They got to the house and in the house before I even sat down good. Have a good night, Nicole. This is so pretty too. I know this is going to be pretty on that black shirt. Hey, Up Designs. Hey, everybody popping in. I appreciate you guys so much for being here. I know my lives, I be all over the place. I be all over the place. Y'all, it is hot in here. It is so hot in here. I think I have a lot of lights and stuff going on. I do know that my landlord, so when I first moved in here, because the at my old suite, I had my own thermostat, so I was able to control the heat in my suite. Um, but when I came over here to this building, it's an older building, so I don't have my own thermostat. There's one temperature like for the whole building basically. And when I moved in, he knows that I go live once a week. He knows what I do. He may watch my channel or have one of his kids watch my channel. I'm not for sure. Anyways, he asked me what day, and then he scheduled the heat to run on the day I told him, so Monday night. And y'all, the heat is cranking, okay? It's hot in here. I appreciate it though, so I'm not gonna complain, but because he could have me in here freezing. You were talking about how long it took for you to make money from machine chat. Oh, yeah. So ChatGPT told me when I asked it the dumbest thing that I asked all year. So I had to filter through it a little bit because the first couple of answers were questions from my kids and they were stupid. And I was like, I didn't ask you that. My kids did. Um, and so after filtering through what my kids had asked versus what I had asked, the first answer it came up with from what I had asked ChatGPT. I asked Chat I asked ChatGPT what an edge file was. Um, and the reason that I asked that was because I had somebody reach out to me on Etsy saying that I had promised them an SVG file. It was one of my listings. I promised an SVG file in the description, and what I sent was an edge file. And they were like demanding a refund. And I was like, I'm pretty positive that's not correct. I'm pretty positive I did not send you an edge file, which I rarely ever hear anybody say that. So I knew what an edge file was, but I didn't particularly remember off the top of my head because, again, you don't really hear that term often. At least I don't. Maybe you guys do, but I don't. And so me and the lady going back and forth, and I'm like, okay, let me make sure I'm not crazy. So I asked ChatGPT what an edge file was, but it told me that that was one of the stupider questions I've asked because ChatGPT said, you are an expert in your field. And basically she said, I felt like you asked me that question to verify something you already knew, which is fine. But she was basically like, you knew that. You knew the answer to that question. You didn't have to ask me that. And she put a laughing emoji. And I'm like, girl, who are you talking to? Obviously me. She was like, girl, don't ask me no dumb stuff like that no more. You knew that answer. Y'all, I was crying. I've even seen people say that. Now I wouldn't even take it this far because it ain't that serious to me. But I have seen people say that they talk to ChatGPT like it's a therapist. They use it for therapy instead of actually going to go see a therapist. I definitely wouldn't advise that. I wouldn't do that. But hey. This one is Icy Moss, I believe. This one is pretty too. These are all icy colors except for the red. It's a royal color, but y'all know me. Prior to the ices and the royals, I was the AB queen. Okay? AB, and my initials are AB. It was really just meant to be. But I rarely ever use solid colors, even still to this day. I rarely ever just use emerald. I rarely ever just use cyan. I rarely ever use a solid color. It's going to be an AB, an icy, or a royal every time. The only time I use regular colors is if like I'm making something for my neighbor, which is like once or twice a year. Yep, you sure can. Every now and then when it's giving you answers as well, it'll give you like multiple different answers because it's trying to analyze how like what type of responses you prefer. So like every now and then, like let's say I use it, if I use ChatGPT 10 times in 1 week, at least once out of the 10 times, it's going to give me multiple different answers and then say, what's the kind of answer that you prefer, A or B? And then I have to pick one. And it uses that information to analyze, like, okay, these are the types of answers she prefers or how she likes it delivered. Because sometimes they'll deliver my answers with like a bunch of links to like resources, Google pages, YouTube videos, things like that. Like if I'm asking it how to do something like earlier, I cannot for the life of me figure out how to get my buying machine to get up to 1200 SPM. Now it says that it can go up to 1200, but I still have yet to figure it out. So like early. Oh my God. Earlier today, I asked it, how do I get my machine to go up to 1200 SPM? And it sent me a link to a YouTube video. I just dropped that little bit of stone. So I'm going to just brush this off over to the side until I can pick up those stones I just dropped on the ground. It wasn't a whole lot. It was just what was left in that little ice chipper. I'm going to just move these over to the side. Y'all, me and this table, I don't think I need to bling on this table no more. Last week I was having an issue, and now this week I'm having an issue. And I don't be happy, or maybe I just been away from the bling too long. I don't know. But I got a little attachment on my hose, and I still remember that little trick that Delonda did. I think she put a sock over it, over the hose attachment to the vacuum. I have a vacuum and I have the hose attachment. Oh, I got an extra stone right there. Thankfully, it wasn't a one of my 250 grows. I probably would have cut the live off. Way home. I don't have my tweezers over here. I don't know if I can get it off my fingers. Y'all, I started to post a picture of it and I forgot. But I sliced my index finger open. I don't know if y'all can see I have a band-aid. I sliced my finger open. Guess what I did to my finger? I'm going to give you a hint. The obvious answer is not the correct answer. Mylene, I do have a scraper. I have 2 scrapers. Eve has sent me, I promise y'all, Eve has sent me everything I need to be successful in this blinging world. I have just misplaced it. Eve has sent me everything. I promise you she has. It's me. I'm the problem. But I do have 2 of them. I probably have 3. I more than likely have 3. Here it is. I found it. I found it. I found one of them. I know I have at least 2 of these little iridescent ones, and I know I have a silver one. So it's me. I'm the problem. Okay, we're gonna do the last one, which is Royal Candy Apple. And then I gotta do the I am on the other side as well. I had a feeling it was in that spot. I just didn't feel like going over there. But like I said, it's me. I'm the problem. Oh, this one is Royal Candy Apple. I haven't used this one in a minute. This is pretty. Y'all, let me tell you what I did. Oh, my finger. That's what we're talking about. My finger. Yeah, I sliced my finger open. Had to go to the urgent care on Saturday. I sliced my doggone finger on the toaster. The toaster. Don't ask me how I did that, but it was actually pretty bad too. So I should have gotten stitches, but I took 2 hours to go to the urgent care because we were walking out the house to go. Clarence had an appointment, and he needed to get to his appointment, and so I couldn't go to the urgent care until after his appointment, which took 2 hours. And so I went to the urgent care after that, and she was like, "Well, already kind of coming together, so can't really do a stitch." So I was like, "Oh, great." But yeah, that is my home. Claire said I have a home accident at least once a year, and I do. for the last, I don't know, 9 years, I've done something at least once a year, every year. And we starting off strong. Starting off strong with the pattern. Fern, you sliced your finger on the toaster too? Did you stick your finger on the inside of it? That's what I did. So basically, it was sitting on the counter. Clarence used it to make toast on Saturday morning, and I was putting it away. And I kind of like just like so my toaster has four compartments where you can put 4 pieces of bread in, and I kind of just stick my hands in there. I grab it from the top and like stick my hands in there, grab it, and like throw it in the cabinet. And I've been doing that for years. Been doing that for years. I don't know what was different about this time, what my finger got caught on, but that time my finger caught on something and it just sliced it right open. And I felt it too. I felt it and I was like, oh, that's a stitch. That's a stitch. Yep, they did give me a tetanus shot. I actually got a tetanus shot back in, it was the year after CJ was born. So 20, no, what year was he born? He was born in 2016, so it was in 2017. I was cleaning up the house, and in the formula cans, when you open up a brand new can of formula and you have to peel that metal piece off the top. Well, I had opened up a can of formula and I threw that piece away. And when I was deep cleaning, you know how the trash, sometimes you go to push it down so that you can fit more trash in it or tie it up. Well, that piece wasn't flat. It was kind of sticking up a little bit. So when I went to push the trash down with my hand like this, that piece of metal went right into my hand like that. And they gave me a tetanus shot for that. But that was the last one I had, and that was back in 2017. So I had to get another one. I'll cut it with a knife while cutting through the Yikes. Yikes. I'm about to go run and check on this embroidery real quick just to make sure nothing crazy is going on. Because I'm looking at the camera, but I can't really see much. All right. All right, so that is looking amazing. Y'all remember that? Did y'all see that reel I posted the other day when I said my machine did a 60-minute stitch out with one bobbin change? I mean, knock on wood, because that's okay. Okay, bye. So far, only one bobbin change, no issues. This one is Icy Obsidian. I have a big one of these, a 250 gross. I just had a few ice chippers that I was trying to use up. But I do believe I have this one, the big one. I have the mirror 15 needle. I'm sort of kind of interested in that Poolin, that the Poolin and Poolin has a 15 needle. Is it a 10 needle or I think it's a 15 needle, isn't it? I don't think I'm particularly at the point where I need a second machine just yet. But if I do get one, I'm sort of kind of interested. I know last week I said I was looking at milk hose, and I still am. But I'm kind of intrigued by that Poolin 15 needle as well, though. Because it's definitely way, way, way cheaper than a milk hose, for sure. Oh, I did my update on my buy. Number one. Number two, I also connected my machine to the Wi-Fi so I can wirelessly transfer my designs now from InStitch to my machine. Oh my goodness. When I say that is a time-saving game changer, being able to transfer over Wi-Fi from my computer to my embroidery machine. If you have the mirror and you haven't set that up yet, go do that. Go do that. That, and it now tells you what kind of embroidery machines do you guys have? Y'all comment and let me know. I feel like a lot of people have Rakomas. But my after I did the update, my machine tells me how long it takes. We had 18 when I went and checked on the design. We had 18 minutes left. Well, probably around like 15 minutes now. But yeah, so that was a part of the update. And then I do believe that I could have been set up the Wi-Fi. I just never did. But when I went ahead and did the update, I was like, well, I'm here now. Let me go ahead and set up the Wi-Fi. But oh my goodness. Not having to take the USB out of the embroidery machine, put it in my computer, drag and drop, take it out the computer, put it on the machine. Like, it's saves me so much time. So much time. Do you, Marilyn? You can use it with the Poolin. See, I know for a fact I have to update my Poolin. My Poolin is not updated. I'm going to sit down these days and I'm going to do that. I'm going to do the same thing. Update my Poolin, connect it to the Wi-Fi, do all the things. Because I just sat down one day last week and I was like, let me just go ahead and do all this little admin stuff that needs to be done so I can make my life easier. Admin, I can't even tell y'all. Admin bothers like it don't. I guess it don't bother me, but I don't like doing it. I don't like doing it. Like, I like coming in here, making files and test stitching files. That's what I like doing. I don't like coming in here, having to update my machine and do all the maintenance and oiling and, you know, getting all the thread and the dust out. Like, if I could just hire somebody to come in here and do all of that for me, wouldn't that just be so amazing? Like I could hire somebody to just come in here and maintenance my machine so I don't have to. I can just come in here and do the thing. One day, right? One day. Burnett B70 Deco. Okay. A brother and a Melco. How do you like your Melco, Mary Brown? Brother 7. Did you guys see that the pooling is coming out with a 7.5 by 15 embroidery machine? Did y'all see that? I'm gonna get that one too. I don't even need it. I just want it. Pooling, you can send it to me, or I'm gonna buy it like I bought the other one. Either way, it doesn't matter. I don't care. Y'all can either send it or I'm gonna buy it. But I do want it. It's I'm pretty sure it says 7.9 by 15 is the embroidery size. Mama girl, I want both. I want both. I want the pulling 15 needle. And I want the oh, y'all know I had to use this somewhere. This is the icy glass. I think I used this last week and it immediately became a favorite. Immediately. I love this stone. The, what is it? Icy glass? Royal glass? Icy glass AB. This immediately became my favorite. I'm about to run this stone into the ground. Okay? Anything I brush in is going to have this color somewhere. And it goes with pretty much everything. Patrice, when is your next class? I need to take a bling class. I was trying to make a bling file today, and I was like, you know what? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I'm just now getting the hang of digitizing. Let me show y'all some fill stitches I did today. And I did it on my first try. Y'all, I did not test stitch this file. I just threw it on a shirt and I said, YOLO. I'm tired of testing. We shouldn't have to keep testing. And I threw it on a shirt and said YOLO. And I'm getting there with the digitizing. I really am. Let me show y'all this file real quick. With these fill stitches, let me remove that because I can't even see it anyway. Do y'all see these fill stitches? Oh my God. And I did this. I didn't, like I said, I didn't even test stitch it. I made the file and I threw it on the shirt. This is the texture fill with a I think it's a 2.0 millimeter satin border. Very small because the star is a satin and it's not like stiff, right? Y'all, this texture fill. I'm gonna run that into the ground too. Where I am. But I need to get like that with my Bling files because I'm about sick of this. I'm about sick of my files looking like a third grader did it. My templates. When I can't get stuff, it bothers me. Like when I like can't execute things the way I thought about it in my head, like it bothers me. So I gotta sit down and learn how to do some Bling files, some Bling templates, because it's bothering me. The 07 comes out tomorrow, does it? What is the model number of the new coolant? It's the 07. Did you ever hear from Buy about your purchase? So they didn't tell me. They did tell me that somebody, it was a couple people who had purchased machines. But they didn't, I can't see who it is. It's more so like they're just kind of telling me, and they didn't tell me the names or any information or anything like that. They just kind of was like, you made a few sales and then we're gonna pay it out. That's kind of how it is. Their affiliate program needs a little bit of work, but it's all right. They're gonna get it together. But I think it's the 07 Maryland, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if that's what I think that's what you're asking me. I'm not sure when it comes out. It may be tomorrow. I know I saw it in the group that it was very soon. So this week, tomorrow, something like that. But I do want one. Not even for any specific reason other than I just want one. That's nice. Thank you guys. What software? Sharon, I use Embroidery. Oh, you know what? Let me turn off some of these lights so I can turn on my heat press. I'm not trying to short out nothing in here. All right, we got about 6 minutes left on the file, and then I gotta wait for my heat press to warm up. And then we'll be done. Actually, not gonna be as late as I thought we would. What level gives you the texture fills? You know, I'm not sure. Let me pull up in Brilliance. I know Marilyn said that I can. I know she said I can see which level I'm in, but I don't even remember how to do it. Y'all, I'm getting a lot better at Embrilliance. However, I'm just not 100% comfortable with doing like a whole, like I've done a few tutorials of things that I'm comfortable with, but I'm just not 100% like, yeah, I'm an expert. Like, no, I'm not there yet. There's a few things I know I can do. There's a lot I'm still working on. I have no idea. Yeah, I have level 3. Okay, Marilyn says that she can use them in level 2. Let me try something. I'm going to go to Essentials, set. Uh-oh. That's not what I meant to do. Oh wait, hold on, there we go. All right, I'm about to. I just switched my my brilliance to an essentials because I had essentials first. Was the first thing I purchased. So I'm about to go back in there to see um if you have access to the fill stitches. No, this is still Stitch Artist level 3. It's not switching to just essentials for me. So I'm not for sure. I'm not for sure like what all can be done in which level, but I do have 3. So I originally started with essentials and then I bought level 1. And then when I realized that I was like, let me just go ahead and buy 3. So I did the upgrade from 1 to 3. It's like a package that you can buy where it's like, okay, I already bought 1, so they don't charge you again for 1. It's just an upgrade from level 1 to level 3. So you'll pay the difference without actually paying for 1 twice. That's what I did. So now I have 3, but I just knew that I wanted to be able to, because I was truly trying to learn how to digitize, and I knew I wanted to be able to do everything, especially because I have paid for classes in digitizing. And so I'm like, if the teacher teaching the classes that I'm paying for has 3, I should have 3 so that I'm getting, I can do everything that I'm paying for or learn everything that I'm paying for. So I just went ahead and made the investment because digitizing was something that I just knew I wanted to fully do. One day I want to get to the point where I'm like digitizing logos and I can do it in 20 minutes because there are people who can do that. Digitize, somebody can send them a logo in an SVG or PNG format and they can digitize it in 20 minutes. What? I have an extra stone here. I don't know where it came from. But the texture feels, like I said, I did do it with the oh no, you flung stones everywhere. Lord have mercy. Somebody asked me, trying to go back up. The '07 is a single needle. Somebody asked me, was I a bi instructor? Not officially. I'm a bi, like I collaborate with them because they did send me my bi machine. But I'm not like a trainer. I'm not officially a bi trainer. Like they don't have official trainers. They have the engineers, which are in the Facebook group. But I'm not a trainer or anything. I just kind of teach whatever I learn. Can I do patches with just Brilliance? I believe you can. You should be able to. It's just a double applique. If you have just like a double applique file, you should be able to. Yep. Ooh, right at the end too. It's on the. Like, sorry, I was muted. We got another bottom change right on the last letter. There's 17 seconds left on my file, and I needed a bottom change with 17 seconds left. Ain't that something? Let me go back some stitches. Ooh, we gotta go back a lot of stitches. That's the one thing I do not like. I do not like sometimes it doesn't register that it's out of bobbin for like it'll go like 1,000 stitches before it registers it's out of bobbin. I do not like that. This looks so good. Oh, y'all hear an echo? Sorry. All right, can you guys still hear me? Can you guys still hear me? Hopefully it's not echoing anymore. But here is the embroidery file. Looks absolutely amazing. I got like 2 jump stitches I have to cut, but I will do that tomorrow when I package it up. And then I got to trim the inside, obviously, as well. But y'all see how, so how the letters lay perfectly in there within the satin stitch. That was using, this is the 11-inch embroidery file, and then I use the cut suggestions. If you, like I said, if you have this file, the cut suggestions I put in a PDF for you guys. So the 11-inch embroidery file, the cut file was 7.8 by 7.1, and that was what I input, and the letters laid perfectly. So I did measure them for you guys, but again, I'm using a laser. If you're using a cutting machine, just double check those measurements. That's kind of like a starting point for you. But cut out like a piece of cardstock or copy paper with that cut file if you're using a cutting machine, and then just lay the cardstock over your placement stitches to make sure that they fit. Okay, I'm gonna give this a quick pre-press. I'm gonna have to line this up on my table because I did say I was giving this away, and y'all already know. Y'all already know. Y'all, it is hot. It's hot. It's hot. It's hot. Okay. All right. So I'm starting off with the outline layer. And this one is in Icy Crystal AB. That looks pretty centered to me. And my heat press is on 350 for 12 seconds. For anybody who's new, this is not like a beginner bling tutorial because I haven't really been talking about anything as far as beginners, but can you make that type of file with a single needle? Like this design? You definitely can. So the file that I sell comes with is it 5 different sizes? 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. You would have to use the 7-inch file. The 8-inch file you might be able to do. And it's gonna take a long time. So on my multi-needle machine, it takes an hour. So on the pull-in, it will probably take 2 hours. What did I say? I said red, green, yellow, and orange. But yes, you can do it on a single needle. You would use a smaller file. And like I said, it would probably take about 2 hours. Let me scroll up. Y'all, if I missed any questions, go ahead and ask them now because I'm more so looking at the chat. Never received any training. Okay, let me scroll up so I can see what you're talking about. I went into Stitch Artist level 1 demo account and they are there. So Marilyn says that you can do the texture fill stitch with level 1. Did you have a lot of needle breakage when you started? Are we talking about the buy or are we talking about the pull-in? I mean, with either one, with my pull-in or my buy machine, needle breaks have never been an issue for me. It was for me, my pull-in. I got a lot of birds nesting with my buy. I got a lot of thread breaks. I never really had any issues with needle breaks. I'm going to look through the chat in 1 second so I can see what else you guys were talking about. I'm having trouble with my needles keep breaking. What type of design are you doing? Are you doing that your needles keep breaking? Like, is it a specific design they are breaking on? Like if you do fill stitches, they break. But if you do a satin border, it doesn't. Like, is there specific files that it breaks on or design types? What is the main difference between Stitch Artist 2 and 3? It's just going to be features. I'm not sure which features, but well, one specifically I think is a difference is I can create an outline from stitches on my page in Stitch Artist level 3, and I was watching Marilyn do a tutorial, and I don't think that she has that in Stitch Artist 2, because I think she was doing a workaround to an outline. And that was when I realized that I think that's a level 3 feature. I have an actual button that says create an outline from stitches on page. So if I put, let's say I put the word blessed on the page in a satin column, there's a actual button I just push, and it creates an outline around the word blessed for me without me having to do any nodes or place any nodes or anything like that. It'll just automatically create an outline, and then I can inflate it to make it bigger or smaller, or do an inset, basically an offset or an inset, if that makes sense. And I realized I don't think Marilyn had that when she was doing it. I think she was showing a workaround. To my knowledge, that's the one feature I know for a fact. But again, I don't. The main difference between any of the softwares is just going to be different features that you have. Different features, different buttons, different designing abilities, things like that. Now, there are workarounds for a lot of stuff. So if you don't want to pay for 3, I'm sure there's probably a video somewhere that will have a workaround. Ooh, y'all, I'm sweating. It's so hot. It is so hot right here. I can't even see because I'm trying not to get up underneath this press. Okay. Any text or design starts good and then breaks. Just any text starts off good and then it breaks. Hmm. Let's go over to the machine real quick. I'm not sure what would cause consistent needle breaks, but I guess I can give some suggestions of what I think might help. So number 1, this bar here needs to be all the way up. I'm not even sure if mine is all the way up. Yeah, mine's all the way up. So there's a little twisty thing here. You twist that to loosen it or tighten it. And this needs to be all the way as high as it can go without coming out. Number 1. Number 2, for me, this is your bobbin. This is your bobbin tension. So bottom thread tension, top thread tension. If you see bobbin coming through, or if there's too much white, I'll show you a picture. But if you need I always keep my bobbin looser and my top tension tighter. So have you done thread tests with the H file? I'm trying to pull up this picture. When I first started this, I found this picture in one of the groups and it's helped me a lot. Okay. This is the bottom view. So if you're looking, if you embroider something, when you flip it over, you're going to see the white and you're going to see the color. So the color is your top thread, the white is the bobbin. If the bobbin, so the top view, so if your top tension is too tight, you're only going to see a little bit of white. If it's too loose, you're going to see more white. You should see white in the middle and then color on the edges, right? This is, sorry, my camera's backwards. This is the just right tension. This pink, orange, and green right here. That's how much white and color you should see if your tension is right. On your machine, when you get it, there's a H file already uploaded to do your tension test. Have you done your H tension test? And what were the results of your H tension test? Let me turn this off. It's hot. All right, I'm about to switch to my laptop because my iPad's about to die. All right, y'all. This is, we got to do our giveaway and then we're done, pretty much. Oh, come on, Bling. Come on, Bling. Come on, Bling. I do this every week. I do this every week. Every week. I do it every single week. I make something to give away to y'all and be like, I don't want to give it to y'all. I don't want to give it to y'all. I do this every week. All right, so going over the colors again, we got Icy Crystal AB on the outline. So going around the whole thing. This one is Royal Candy Apple. We have Icy Moss. Yep. The black is Icy Obsidian. The I Am is Icy Glass AB. We got Icy Daffodil. And we got Icy Pumpkin. Okay. Some has too much, I think. Too much what? Too much color or too much bobbin? The first thing I would do is get your tension perfect. So do the H test, adjust the tension. If you have too much white, you have to loosen the bobbin that's at the top. If you have too much color, you have to loosen the top tension that's on the front. Until you get it just right, I would start there. Then I would make sure there's nothing obstructing your bobbin case, because it could be your needle is knocking something when it's going into your garment. Also your stabilizer. What kind of stabilizer are you using? Is it like, do you know the weight of it? So like mine is so I have two kinds. I have the no-show mesh and I use 2 pieces of that, but then I also have the HBI, the 2.5 ounce HBI stabilizer. Honestly, I actually don't like that one. My favorite is the no-show mesh. But I mean, even when I use the other one, I don't have needle breaks. If anything, I have thread breaks. The only time I have ever had a needle break is if my needle hit something. That's the only time I've ever had needle breaks. Too much bobbin. Okay. So loosen the top needles. I would loosen them all the way. That's how I start. Loosen the bobbin all the way. Do a tension test. Adjust it as necessary or as needed. Do another tension test. And keep doing that until you have the perfect tension, and then run a file. If you still have a needle break, check your bobbin case, like take it out, clean it, do all of those things, and then put it back. And if you still have a needle break after that, honestly, I'm not sure. Also, when you are installing the new, like after they break and you're installing the new needle, the hole has to be facing the little that you put the thread through, the hole that you put the thread through, that also has to be facing a very specific way. Otherwise, the bobbin case will break it. So you got to make sure you're installing your new needles the correct way as well. But those are the things I would think. In the Buy Facebook group, the engineers are very, very active. So I would reach out to some of the engineers. If none of those things that I just suggested work, I would definitely reach out to the engineers in the Buy Embroidery group. So once it hit my hoop, and it broke, and then it was dull, and I was changing out my needles because I do a lot of glitter applique. I was changing out my needle because it was dull, and I didn't have the eye of the needle facing completely forward. It was like this way. So when the bobbin went to try to loop with the needle or whatever, it broke the needle. So that's why I said when you install your needle, you got to make sure that hole is facing the front. Yes, the Icy Glass AB is doing what it's supposed to do. Yep, the last one is Icy Pumpkin. This is Pumpkin. Yep, the Grove. The Grove has to be facing the front. Sorry, I don't know all the technical terms. I just be teaching, okay? I be like, look, this little hole, go with this little hole, and make sure that the holes line up, okay? That probably didn't sound right, but y'all know what I meant, okay? Anyways, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and set up. So this is the this one I'm about to give away, unfortunately. And then this is the embroidery file we did. And we cut the fabric with, y'all, I am sweating. Cut the fabric with the WeCreat. I gotta figure out why my WeCreat would not laser laying flat on the bed. I'm not sure why that was. I might have to put a piece of metal or something under it. But all right, let me go ahead and set up. I have to do another order tomorrow. She's supposed to be picking it up. Let me set up this giveaway. Oh, that's not what I wanted to go to. Yeah, I am so excited to go home and rub my feet together. in my bed. That'd be my favorite part of the day. Thank you, Faker Make Fake. All right, the word is icy. The word is icy, and this is for the large Gildan black bling shirt we did. All right, I will give y'all a couple more seconds and then we'll go ahead and press draw. I was trying to respond to these comments. Y'all, I be so behind in comments. I be trying to keep up. I really do. All right, I'm going to go ahead and press draw. Good luck, everybody. Monique, congratulations. Here we go. Congratulations. Send me your mailing address again. I might have it, but I'm not for sure. So send me your mailing address and I will get that out to you. It was something I was about to say, but now I don't remember. I want to say I will be on next week. Let me check my kids' sports schedules. Oh, Zay doesn't have school. Oh, next Monday is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Okay. Zay does not have school, but CJ and Levi do. Zay does not have a game. Okay, so yes, I should be good to go as far as lives tomorrow. I don't think we have anything on the schedule. So, ooh, I got a dentist appointment. Does anybody else hate the dentist? I hate the dentist. I hate it so much. I wish I could just drop my teeth off and pick them back up when they're done. So I do plan on being on next week, God willing, and hopefully nothing, happens to where I have to cancel. But that's all I have for tonight's live, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I know I'd be a hot mess. I'd be all over the place, but that's okay. Y'all rock with me every Monday, and I truly appreciate it. I do plan on being on next week. Oh, you're a dental assistant. Ooh, I hate the dentist. I hate it. I hate it. I have like sounds and textures bother me. So like that sound of them scraping my teeth, I have to wear like my AirPods because it bothers me so much. It bothers me so much that noise, that scraping noise on my teeth. It really it sends me into oblivion, okay? I can't. So I have to like I was like clenching one time and she was like, "Is the sound bothering you?" And I said, "Yeah." And she was like, "If you put your AirPods in and turn something on, it helps it." And it does. You can still hear it a tiny bit, but you know, it's not as bad. But anyways, yeah, I hate the dentist. I wish I could just drop my teeth off and pick them up when they're clean because if there ever came a day where I had to get dentures, and they was like, "You don't have a choice," and I'm like, "Listen, I don't care. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. I don't care. I'm not bothered by it whatsoever because I can quite literally drop my teeth off to you now." Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna pull my teeth to get dentures, but if and when that day comes, I won't be fighting it. That's for sure. I will not be fighting it. I will gladly drop my teeth off to you and go on about my day. Gladly. All right. Really? Yeah. I'm talking a lot of stuff now because I hate the dentist, but I don't know. I don't know. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night, a good rest of the week. I will see y'all in the chats, hopefully. Um, like I said, I do plan on being on next week. But yeah, y'all have a good night.